For many founders, HR is one of those delayed hires and delayed functions that founders bring into their business. And the irony is, 80% of your expenses tend to be associated with people. But there are risks and compliance that needs to be managed when you start hiring, because there's a lot of risk that comes along with hiring. And so, when is it time to bring on an HR professional? Well, I don't think you need to go out and hire an HR person in-house unless you're over that 30, 40 employee mark already. But it is important to begin building the infrastructure and the foundation of a solid HR platform. And so I believe that HR, I look at it from two lenses. One, it's the tactical HR. And two, the strategic HR. Tactical HR is things like paying your employees weekly, setting up payroll, making sure that you're compliant with state registrations, withholding taxes, making sure you have good job descriptions, and maybe even setting up a hiring platform. But the tactical piece is just the stuff that you need to get up to bat, to be in compliance, and to pay your employees so they come back on Monday morning. Now, moving over to the strategic side of HR, HR is really an extension of your business planning process. HR should have a seat at the table, should also be working with your fractional CFO or your FP&A team to better understand and forecast when you need to hire or when you need a reduction in force. So HR should be a seat at the table when you're thinking about business strategy. Two, there's also another component to HR strategy, and that's the actual people operations. You need an HR annual calendar. In other words, you don't wait until the anniversary date of a hire to have that annual review. Everything should be connected with your annual strategic business process. So, I'm a believer, you close out the year on December 31st, you have your annual operating plan built out by your fractional CFO or your FP&A team. That leads over to HR, where HR is having conversations around annual reviews, performance-based pay, new compensation structures. All that feeds back into your annual business process. This is one area where businesses tend to fall short and wait too long to bring HR as a strategic seat in your annual strategic business cycle. So when is it time to start bringing on an HR service provider? Immediately. The first notion that you're going to be hiring, don't do it yourself. I understand it's easy to do it yourself, payroll, but it's important to at least have somebody by your side that's ensuring that state registrations are done correctly, maybe even taking payroll off your hands. You may not need HR services for strategic needs just yet. You probably need financial planning and analysis way before you need strategic HR. But having someone by your side who can also scale with you and grow with you and begin to help build out that foundation of your HR strategy. We're in a people business. We love people. So if you want to learn more about HR, check out some of our content.